Howdy, folks. How's everybody doing today? Runic here, and we're going to be playing some Winter Burrow. Now, I love cozy games. I have played ridiculous amounts of hours in Stardew Valley, RimWorld, every cozy game you can imagine. Graveyard Keeper is one of my favorites. I know that one of my daughters has spent untold hours in Graveyard Keeper. It's one of her replays pretty much every summer, along with a new run of Stardew Valley. So, we're going to be giving this a roll. Now, I have truly just installed this. I don't know what the settings are. I don't know anything, so we're going to go through here. Oh, well. The options are opinionated, optional. Not a whole lot going on here. Okay, no problem. We can handle that. So, there wasn't any kind of intro sequence. There wasn't any kind of title screen. Let's see what we get here. New game. No, we're not skipping. The Burrow was mother and father's dream home. Oh, look at the little mouse. A place where everyone could stay warm and safe. I'm just kind of looking at the art style. We have a non-depict mouse. This looks like it's made out of woven leaves. We have an obvious upstairs because they're hanging things here. This is nice. Aunt Betulina knew more about wilderness survival than she ever got to teach me. Interesting that... So we have a cat of nine tails down here in the bottom right. We have some fish that are biting at a hook. I see that she has a bandage on her tail. It didn't last. The wilderness seemed to worry my parents, like it was creeping in. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of fleeing, not necessarily the storm per se, but just like encroaching wildness. And see, me, Brunick, I am the exact opposite of that. I want to run to the wilderness. Ooh, though I just noticed in the background right here the form of the spider. Oh, and these are spider legs. Never mind. Maybe it would bother me too. Here's some more legs here. Let's see what else we can see. Yeah, that looks like a lot in terms of having to defend yourself, protect yourself. The promise of the sprawling city didn't disappoint at first. I don't know, it looks really depressing to me, but again, Brunick is a country boy. You have a town crier. This poor guard looks like he has been through it. This merchant looks miserable. They did a very good job of using colors and location to make things look pretty normal, but also to have those signs of not a great time. The only jobs were in the mines, and they were hard on my parents. That's fascinating. The glasses hung in front. What am I playing, Prism? So this is Winter Burrow. It's supposed to be a new cozy game. We're going to see. It's supposed to be a cozy survival crafting game. We're just getting it launched. It's a warhammer, some kind of sigil. Looks like an egg in a nest. Okay, that's a beech nut. It just dawned on me what that was. That is the nut from a beech tree. Cracking open. Okay, that makes way more sense than an egg. For mice. What a sigil. And the glasses here. That's kind of interesting. They almost earned enough for the tickets back home before they passed. So they ran away, they hated that they ran away, and they wanted to go back. That sounds like exactly the experience I would expect to have. I sold everything, packed my bag, and left for my true home. In the wilderness, where everybody else seems to be headed into the tree. The old Burrow, now barely recognizable. Why hasn't Aunt Betulina kept it in shape? Well, that answer's obvious. Okay, so we don't have any kind of character creation, character selection, customization options at the moment. First things first, light a fire, okay? So WASD controls move us around. This looks like a chest of some kind. How's the volume mix on things? It's a little loud in my headphones. Do I have to? Okay, so I'm just clicking on them. What's the range on that? It sounds good. Okay. So I don't have to use the E key, but it's obviously designed for controller support. Just in the way it moves. Sometimes you can tell. So if I move my cursor over here. Okay, so E just picks up anything in your vicinity. Peachful? It's peachful, huh? Yes, the intent is for me to be louder than the music, and I can visually see that, but sometimes it doesn't mix well. But I appreciate it. The home's old fireplace. Its flame long extinguished by time. With a few twigs, you should be able to light it and warm yourself a little. I mean, sure. We have quest tracking. Crafting unlocked. I don't know how lighting a fire helped me find an axe, but we've discovered something new. Designate the designated workstation to gain further insights. Or maybe that's just a default. Oh, okay. So it says hold space to continue, or if you just click, it'll allow that to work. That chair makes me sad. Okay, there we go. Sandstone axe. A rugged and dependable cleaver, a good choice for those who value function over aesthetics. Flax fiber. So grass, rock, twig. That's basically your axe recipe in every crafting game in the world. A broken nook. Entrance to the basement needs a key. Oh, storage. I was right. Dusty armchair. I'm betting that's where we have to sleep. Staircase. Just kind of glancing around. We're going to go ahead and track this. I'm hoping that's exactly what I was hoping it would do instead of just this tooltip. I do feel like I should be able to move that down in size. Maybe there's a scale. Oh, we have way more settings here. Get unstuck. Oh, I just have instructions. Never mind, there's not actually settings. What kind of stats are we tracking? Oh, like our hunger, our warmth, stamina. Okay. We have a mailbox. Who's going to deliver mail out here? All right, we're going to take some rocks. So I don't need to, like, cull the grass. It's just chilling. I have a slight beef with the fact that the game doesn't feel like I'm getting warmer by being in the sunlight. But it's a mild beef. We don't have long, that's for sure. Logs. There's another rock up there, but I think we're good. We still need a twig? Oh, here it is. Brunic's just blind. I like the little bird tweeting. It reminds me of a game, but I'm trying to think of which one. I know exactly which game now. It's City Skylines. Okay, and if you learn anything about Brunic, I collect everything. I am a hoarder. Okay, good. We get a little cold set of emblems on the outside. Now we're over here next to the fire, nice and cozy. Go ahead and craft our axe. I'm assuming this is going to use an inventory system similar to Don't Starve, just kind of based on aesthetics. You've discovered something new. Visit the designated workshop to gain further insights. Looks like a bed. So I guess that, I guess we're not going to sleep in the easy chair. Okay, I'd like to switch. Okay. And that uses up stamina. I'd like to... Okay, just right-clicking seems to use that. Is there a way... Inventory. I'd like to move this. Okay, definitely made for controller. Again, not a negative thing, just something I noticed. A place to sleep. Craft a simple bed. Okay, we need one more twig. We need 2 more fiber, and we already got the beech wood we needed. Enough. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull out the axe. Good, that's what I was hoping for. Twigs. This should give me logs. There we go. Stamina is right there. So the other thing we needed was grass, correct? That was up here? Okay, shift allows us to run. There's the grass I was looking for. That's a beetle. Okay, so that's not where we chop the grass from. This will probably be food. Aha, okay. I was expecting it to be the smaller grass. Those are just boundaries. I assume the same here, but we're going to try a few things out. We have a few seconds before we get cold. Not long. I do wish they'd have at least given us a male-female option in character creation, but let's see. I should have tracked it just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go. I don't have to hold anything for that? Oh, no, I have to hold over it. I can't move my cursor. All right, and that led me to tables, chairs, and a stool. All right, how do I... I'm not... If we don't even get simple binary options, getting other options is definitely not happening. Okay, so we built the bed, right? Okay. Okay, I like the grid system. We want to be near the fire, but I don't want to be that near the fire. See, that's just ugly. Game's gonna make me freeze to death to not look bad. Okay, crafting unlocked. That looks like 4 different types of boards. I'm assuming those are going to be different types of wood for us to do stuff with. Improve the dusty armchair. Right, we're going to track this. We need 2 more twigs. We need a bunch more of the twine. What are these boards? This is the one we need. Beach plank. Cool. Okay, so we can craft one of those already. Nice, nice. All right, let's go put some of this in our storage. For example, we don't know what to do with that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rocks in here as well, just so we can kind of visually keep tabs. And we'll put the plank in here as well, just in case there's something else we run across. So we're gonna need a couple more trees, some more twigs. We're gonna need some cold resistance soon. Alright, that gave us everything we needed there. Oh, our stamina is very slow. And it was 2 logs per, so that should be fine. We're gonna I always bring excess materials just in case. Gotta actually really watch our stamina. Okay, we can just push and hold E to take all. What's that? Oh, it's a berry of some kind. I don't want to chop down a fruit-bearing tree. That was not my intention. Okay. I was accidentally selected on the spot where that was. Okay. It's a beetle. We don't know anything about the combat of this game yet, so... Oh. Hey, look, I tried. I didn't figure it was gonna work, but I tried. Alright, we should be able to go in and make planks now. What? Can I look at this book up here on the fireplace? No? I tried. Alright, so we need 3 of those. Very nice. All right, that should allow us to repair. Nice. Okay, so we got a ball of yarn. That looks like rope. Another different type of yarn. A warm hat, a warm coat, and some puffy pants. All of which will be incredibly helpful. Okay, so this is a crafting bench for wood. This is a crafting bench for knitting. That's great. Flax yarn, silk yarn, linen hat. Okay, okay. So that's all linen yarn stuff. That just means we need to go back out. What's that gonna look like? Hey, okay. We're gonna go try to collect some more rocks then. Oh, time of day. We're getting on to nighttime. All right, we'll need to be careful. I am assuming bad things come out at night, because that's, you know, that's video game etiquette, right? We're gonna need a bunch of this. Okay, so I can't chop down the big tree. Those are off limits too. That makes me kind of sad. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on it. Maybe. Oh, we almost stayed out too long. There we go. Ooh. We also need to get some rocks, specifically to be able to craft. 3 of those allows us to build a hat. Nice. 6 and 4, so I should have done the math earlier. 6 is 12, so we'll just craft all, and we'll have to try to get some more later. Oh, it just crafted it all. I know that's what I told it to do. But still. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit more for that. But I'm very curious what we're going to be able to do. Why can't I... Okay, that's strange to me. So what I tried to do was pick this up and move it over here, and it wouldn't let me. I have to actually hit the equip button. That should give us some protection. And we're going to put our old clothes away, because you don't waste anything. Can I cook on this fire, or do I need... I think I need that. So we're going to run out real quick and try to get some more stone before we run out of daylight. Hopefully. We do not have long. Run, Brunick, run! Is that a beech nut? It is. Okay, there we go. There's rocks. That should be enough. And I don't know what that is either, but we're going to take it. Okay, that's not enough. That's not anything I can harvest. Okay, let's see. Oh, we almost ran out of fur tuft. Fallen from the back of one of the forest's larger inhabitants. That's ominous. I was right. It's a beech nut. Okay, so no, I want... There we go. Here? I'm assuming this will allow me to cook. There we go. All right. But we definitely needed some more twigs and some more mushrooms. but we weren't sure how that was even gonna work, so... All right. Okay, so food is gonna be a constant struggle, it looks like. I'm gonna say something just in time for it to bite me in the behind. I'm surprised I don't need to fuel the fire. That tells you how, what kind of survival crafting games I'm used to playing. I need 3 beech nuts for that. Wow, there's a lot of food choices here. That's good. Alright, it wants me to go back out to keep getting material for the sweater. Wow. No love for my safety. Alright, we need grass. And lots of it. Oh, we did not make it any time, even with the cold resist. Holy. All right, let's see how we get along here. There we go. Okay, little mouse, you can calm down. Alright, so what's the scale we're working on here? Let's look at 5% cold resist, 5% cold resist, 5% cold. Okay, so we're barely making a difference here. Oh, I was trying to... So I can already tell you I'm going to struggle just a little bit with this inventory system. But again, it feels very made for controller. Just the way everything snaps in. All right. Let's go ahead and sleep until morning. Alright, so it wants us to explore around and find our auntie. We also need to find some food. There's some more frozen berries over here. How are we doing on cold? Barely making a difference. Here's another animal fur tuft. I didn't think so, but I figured I would. If I don't try, it'll be something I should have tried. Yeah, I know. We're getting there. Okay, we did almost nothing on the food front. Or at least that's how it feels. Ah, okay. And forest jams. There we go. Elder tea. He sounds really good right now. Let's go ahead and craft this. Like I said, I'm a little worried about food levels. Because we seem to need a lot. Our next objective is just to find her. I'm assuming, just based on, you know, I've played video games, that we're going to have to cross the bridge over here. And it's probably going to need something to repair it. Again, I know this might come as a shock. I've played video games. Alright, we're going to gather all these mushrooms we can. And some more beech nuts. That's a big tree there. We'll take the freestanding logs. Oh, that was not my intention. If I was going to kill you, I'd have done it earlier, buddy. I promise. I'm sorry. I was trying to be nice. Again, I didn't figure, but we would give it a roll. We're about halfway on our resists here. Don't come over here, please. My entire objective was to get food and then to come around. We're gonna go ahead and, since things seem to respawn quickly, what do we need? Okay, we need rope. We're gonna track that. Should still be okay as long as I don't do something stupid and get lost. Thankfully, it leaves my tracks, which is interesting. So it doesn't leave them forever. All right, let's see what we can do with that kind of material. Wants a shish kebab stick for all of that. Okay, beech nut biscuit. Let's go ahead and craft. Oh, our inventory is full. Okay. You're right next to the fire, Chief. Why are you Okay, so there's not a recipe I see to cook the meat? There we go. So I don't like that if I'm at a crafting station, it doesn't seem to see me. All right, all of this. I do like that if I'm at a crafting station, it seems to see everything that's in my box. Oh, which... That's quite a bit of inventory space. Okay. It does... I like how it feels like we're barely scraping by. But not in all of the traditional ways. Not in all of them, anyway. I thought I emptied it. I could have sworn. I apologize. Alright, we definitely need more flax. Oh no, okay, so it stacks into 20? Got it. Then we should be able to make some rope out of that. Let's look at what else is here. Okay, this is combining multiple different foods we can make. Got it. Okay. Let's go ahead and eat our beech nut food here. Okay, now, what are we doing about... We need planks and we need rope. Two, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll try to knit some rope here. Right? It is what that is. That's just yarn. Alright, so I don't know what that is yet. We don't know what that is yet. No, we don't want to sleep. Okay. Trying to get rid of our hunger problem here. So we haven't figured out how to make whatever that rope is. That means Auntie is probably not around the corner. He's probably hanging out around here somewhere. We are going to get any beetles we see. Oh, hang on. What is this? They make such a big deal about that, and I don't think they've hit me at all yet. Oh, okay. Zone transfer. Oh, that's a lot of beetles. Yeah, I'd rather not make them angry. I thought we agreed not to make them angry, little mouse. Grass to hide in. Okay, that's not necessarily anything new. Ooh, lots more beech nuts. A letter. We just got a letter. How do I get over there? Oh, we have to go through the sneaky grass. We also need more twigs, really bad. You've discovered something new. That looks like a new type of bed. Okay, we are definitely having to run here because... Follow the footprints, Brunick. Follow the footprints. We don't need to be freezing to death. Okay, so what was this new recipe we... Fiber bed. Flax yarn, flax fiber. Okay. Don't we already have a bed? I mean, obviously the new bed is a better bed, but I wish I understood why the new bed is a better bed. And Burnick is an idiot and didn't track the crafting, so we're guessing. Simple bed. Okay, we needed 5. Let's track it this time. Okay. So what do I do with this? Okay, let's... How do I get into this menu? Not tab. Not that. That scrolls me there. So I'd like to try to get into the rearrangement menu. Because, like, I don't understand needing the second... the second bed like that. What is Burnick missing? Like, will it give me a well-rested buff? Either way, we need some twigs really, really bad. So that is going to be our aim at the moment. Alright, I'm probably going to try to take out that specific fruit tree. For the food, yes, but also just... Okay, we did get a decent chunk. I mean, we're not going to let it go to waste. I definitely need more twigs. Because, like, all these mushrooms I'm picking up are useless without more twigs. Okay, so they can hit me. They're just not very good at it. I know, you're cold. See, I don't like that I feel like I'm being forced to take down these fruit trees. At least to me, it feels like a non-option. And maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe there's a big crop of those somewhere. We'll go around to the other side of the tree here in a minute. Now, let's remember to warm up before we start crafting stuff. Okay, we should be good on food for a little bit then. Okay, there is a deposit key. Burnick was just being dumb and didn't see it. All right. We need to get a little bit of food in our system here. Three should be fine. So more mushrooms will no longer hurt us. We definitely need more twigs. Is that all it is? Do I just have to go to sleep and it regenerates everything? This wasn't here earlier, right, guys? Like, did I just completely lose my mind? Have to really watch our stamina. All right, let's kind of stick to the edges and see what we can find map-wise. All right, we've already kind of been there. I definitely don't want to be there, go there just being like a step from hypothermia. Is there more up here? Beetles, beech nuts, stones. Aha. Alright, we need to start heading home, like, right now. Oh, we want to take those off the ground. Yep, there we go. Uh-oh, is there a map? Because I feel lost. Oh, well, hopefully we don't freeze to death. Bad Burnick. Okay, our health is slowly draining. Got it, got it. Chat, where did I go? Okay, there's the bridge, so we should be able to go this way. And run right into home. It should be like right here. There it is. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to find, chat. I really don't. Does our health naturally recover, or do we have to eat for that? Okay, it definitely is a negative. Does not recover. Okay, we have enough of these tufts of fur. I was hoping that was going to give us a different set of items. Maybe what I need to be doing is making these tables and chairs? Oh, there's our rope I swore didn't exist. Okay, so putting the bed next to the chest was a horrible idea. Okay, so that should be everything we need to repair the bridge. Yay. There's the aunt. Mango, how's it going, man? What's the name of this? This is Winter Burrow. Dear, dear me, who'd be knocking at this time of... Oh. Well, if it isn't a sight for the sorest of eyes. Not for sore eyes. The sorest of eyes. Back home to see your dear aunt, are you? What a wonderful surprise. What were you hoping that would do, Mango? But goodness, child, the burrow, it's hardly fit for rodent residency. Did your mother not think to ride ahead? Does it now? Hang on. Okay, Mango, I appreciate you saying something, because I went in and changed it, but it looks like it didn't take. So, can you refresh and see if it took? Did your mother not think to ride ahead? I might have had a chance to clean it up a little. Now your parents have all that work on their paws, I suppose. Oh, dear me. Yeah, except they didn't come with me. Are they mad? Yeah, our parents died. Awesome, thank you. Not that our parents died. Thank you, Mango, for helping me out. Forgive me, little one. I'm feeling quite lightheaded. I mean, you did just tell her siblings are dead. Over tea, I told Auntie everything. How hard my parents worked, how desperately they strived, and how unfairly we lost them. I'm so sorry, little one, she said through tears, but I'm so glad you've come home. She took my paws in hers, the warmth of them chasing away the winter cold, holding the weight of our shared grief. We'll survive this together, child. Or we'll survive this, child, together. I can't read today. My goodness. I wish I'd known you were coming. I would have got the place ready. I keep meaning to fix up the burrow, you know, but things just get in the way, don't they? That's just life. Things just get in the way. And, well, goodness. Here's a perfect example. I'm here talking about the burrow, and meanwhile you haven't even got any shoes on your paws. No kidding. Snowshoes in this weather shouldn't take you long to whip some up. Let me just note down what you'll need. Awesome. To be fair, we'll survive this. Yeah, I understand that, but still, you've discovered something new. Snowshoes. Oh, bother. And the larder's bare too, I'll wager. You should be able to sprout some mushrooms in that basement of yours. Your father left me the key so that I could use it to grow some for myself, but, well, I haven't made it over there as much as I thought. Awesome. And I suppose it's yours, too, now. Here, take it. Okay, so we were wondering about that basement key. Until those mushrooms bloom, you might have to rely on foraging, but for tonight at least, you must let your old auntie fill your belly. Consider it my welcome home gift. Blackberry pie. Aunt Bettelina's pies were your favorite when you were a mouseling. I hope they can bring you some comfort tonight. Please, child, don't forget anything you need, even if it's just a chat. I'm right here. Okay, so we're going to have some kind of crafting in the basement as well. Hopefully it's also going to unlock the ability for me to rearrange. I may already have that and just be dumb. Like, that is a legitimate possibility. Okay, let's definitely go over here. Unlock. You remember planting mushrooms with Aunt Betalina, you were gone long before those sprouts could bloom. All right. Nice. Repair. Stones. I don't know what those are. Granite. I'm assuming that's something we're going to have to mine. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure... I'm supposed to be able to plant them now? Ow. That is not what I tried to do. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Just a little surprise snack. Yeah, that was not intentional at all. So we need to try to get down there. We're going to need some kind of pickaxe. But like I was talking about... Oh, hold to pick up. So can I pick up this one? Nice. All right, you definitely go in there. We do not need you. In fact, you can go way, way down here so I don't have to look at you. Close enough for Jazz. Same with y'all. The cursed no way to dispose of items in every crafting game ever. Garlic parachute mushroom. Okay. What? But see, I have one right here. Can I move all the furniture? Thank goodness. Oh my, okay. Because why in the world your bed wouldn't be right there? I don't understand. Okay, so we're going to run over to the auntie really quick. I'm assuming she's going to teach me how to make some kind of pickaxe or other crafting tool. We're guessing. You know, like I've never played a game before. Here to visit your auntie again, are you? It's good to see you, child. How's the Burrow faring? You literally saw me like 10 minutes ago. Come to think of it, how are you faring at the Burrow? Was looking quite bare the last time I visited. Building furniture is easier than it looks, you know. Here now, I even have some guides around here somewhere. Yes, these are the ones. Hey, there's your comfy sofa you were talking about, Mongo. Wow, I've been listening to way too much Dungeon Crawler Carl. Alright, so we have another stool and that. Get enough. Then take back your old crafting table and they should come in nice and handy. You love Dungeon Crawler Carl. I know, and I saw your name and I said Mongo even though it's Mango. That's how bad it is. Okay, so what? Oh, so I guess it wants me to build the furniture? I learned from her. You're on book 5. So I'm actually on a reread, and I am on book 6, I think, The Bedlam Bride. You don't want to know how quickly I chewed through those books. It would be disgusting to you. Okay. That's a side table? Okay, so we need some more flax fiber. We are out. You're on Bedlam Bride right now? Yeah. Woo. You've only listened to them while I'm going one place to the other, so I've been pretty slow. Yeah, see, I tend to listen to them when I'm doing anything. So, except for working. I cannot listen to audiobooks and work at the same time. I don't have whatever that is. Okay, and we do need to try to grab some more fiber here. I'm looking for some of that taller fiber. This'll do, though. We're not doing too bad. Brunic's, looting preferences are showing. As in, I loot everything. Alright, and then we probably need to go to sleep. Which it said it'll refill my health. That's nice. All right, let's get a couple of these crafted real quick. There's your sofa. Oh, those are my only two options with flip? I want to turn it the other way, though. That is sad, but they would have had to make twice as much art. Yeah, that's a thing. Rosina55, how's it going? And I am doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Let's put this... So we don't actually have anything where we're interacting. No, I don't want that there. I think I want that where the chair is. But I want the chair near the craft. I need more space. That's just where we are at this point. Glad to hear you're pretty well. That's awesome. How's the game going? It's going pretty good, I guess. Got to find a bigger tree, or they've got to let me up the stairs here. Okay. But Rosina, what brings you by? Let's get this out of the middle of the floor. As I put it, still in the middle of the floor. Look, it's less in the middle of the floor than it was. We got to give things credit where they're due here. All right, what am I supposed to be doing? We built the sofa. Oh, okay, I can use that in place of the chair. Okay, okay. Oh, that's what it wants me to make the snowshoes. That makes sense. But it should tell me to make the snowshoes. Oh, it's rope that I need, not yarn. How do I do that again? Do I have to do that at this crafting bench? Is that what this... That... Yep, there we go. Rosina, since when have I been playing this game? So, this is something that I picked up literally today to play. I've had my eyes on it for quite a long time. I do a lot of game testing and things of that nature in my own time for fun. I just love doing it. I've done it for a very long time. And so, yeah. This game has been on my radar because I really like small indie studios. I really like those kinds of things. Oh, wow. Movement speed difference is pretty hefty here. But what if I wanted to Carl it? Okay, and it still leaves little mouse tracks. That's funny. Can I tell you about this game? Well, we're still learning. Right now, it seems to be slightly hybridized between something like Don't Starve and something like Stardew Valley. Combat has not really been a major part of the game or anything of that nature. I can already tell you that the big bads in this game are going to be spiders. They made that very clear. But the entire objective is for it to be a cozy game. So you can see that pretty easily in the settings here. Spiders. That's the only thing. Spiders, yes or no? Do I recommend this game? So that depends. Games are like TV shows or like books or like music, movies. Every different person has different games that they find interesting and fascinating. If you're looking for something as deep as like Stardew Valley, this probably isn't going to be it. If you're looking for something that might be a nice, cozy, relaxing, something to play with a cup of hot chocolate or tea, this is probably going to be a good choice. But I think we're on like the third day total of the game. So it's not really a good, I don't have a good sampling yet to really tell you. I know I already have a few, and when I say gripes, I know you can't visually see me because I don't have my camera on today, but they're very minor. For example, I had the option to craft an upgraded bed, with no indication of why it was an upgraded bed, what it meant, what it did. Maybe it's just a prettier bed. Even that would be something. I really liked, so for example, I really liked the way Valheim handled prettiness in a survival crafting game, where the prettier your base is, the stronger the buff is that you leave home with every day and the longer it lasts. And I felt like that was a very good way to handle that sort of thing, so that the upgraded bed didn't necessarily give you anything completely directly, but it was also worth getting because you would be stronger when you left home. Mango, you know I don't do just yes or no. If you want just a yes or no, there's websites like IGN who will be like, this game sucks, or this game is great. I'd rather talk about the pluses and the minuses because that's more of how you make those decisions. Oh, the spider settings just meant yes or no. Yes, that's the spider setting. Yes or no. Goodness, sir, are you okay? Your paws are shaking. Have you been eating properly? You can't exist on raw mushrooms alone, you know. Yeah, I've already been cooking. Let me fetch you something. I'll only worry about you otherwise. A good home-cooked pie should do the trick. You gave me one of those already. which I don't like. For example, that I don't have the option to hold on to that pie. It just eats it. You could make your own, you know. There's a decent stove in that burrow when it's up and running. Yes, I know. We've already used it. And a nice hot meal will fill your belly far faster than raw ingredients, of course. You'll be surprised what a quick roasting can do. Okay, but you didn't give me anything. Okay, so this time it did actually give me the pie. Do I stream daily, Rosina? The answer to that is absolutely not. This is my normal time frame for stream. I typically stream Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. Okay, so we were hungry. So we went ahead and ate it. This doesn't seem to be updating. Are we... Yeah, I know. I think it wanted me to get the stove up and running, and I think I've just already done that. Oh no, Rosina, streaming is definitively a hobby. It's something I do for fun. It's something I enjoy doing. Like I say, I do a lot of game testing. My profession is actually in security and safety, specifically related to kids. Cybersecurity, cyber safety, that's a very emotionally taxing job. So I tend to look for more relaxing hobbies. Can I do you a favor? I don't know. That just depends. All right, so we have... I'm assuming it wants me to craft a meal. Let's see. It still doesn't say anything. Yes. Across the bridge. Like exactly where I said she would be. Sorry, Freckles is over here harassing me. So, I can do that, Rosina. Just be aware, I'm one of those people who is brutally honest with the people around me. Because I do this as a hobby, art assets are not something I invest in. Though there are potentially things that I would be interested in using that for, they just wouldn't be related to stream. Also, the art style that I want to use is very specific. You can see I only have really one icon and a couple of emotes. They're in a very, very specific art style. That's about the only thing I would be looking for in this particular venture, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I wouldn't be interested for other things. Okay. Surprised we weren't swept away in our journey over. Look at all the snow. Oh, so there's going to be buried treasure. I can live with that. I used to spend entire days as a young explorer out digging through the snow. That means we're going to get a shovel. Still, look at you. Bold as a stone. What does bold as a stone mean? So, immediately when I see things like this, my immediate knee-jerk reaction is that the people who wrote this script are definitely second language English. Do I have Instagram? Okay. So the stream technically does, but I can tell you that my children check it, not me. Now, I say that, understand that my children are adults, young adult. I have a 21-year-old, an 18-year-old, well, not quite 18-year-old, who's off at college already, and a 14-year-old. So they're more responsible than I am, generally speaking. But I am an anti-social media person. A lot of that comes from my profession in dealing with student safety and child safety and things of that nature, I am very disgusted by social media as just a general concept. But it's what I spend my life digging through all the worst parts of. So that there's a saying about once you know how the sausage is made, it doesn't taste the same. That's kind of, Yeah, Mango, that's actually exactly what I think of. A common phrase in a different language. If it's okay, so there's also different phases to that. So like if it made sense in the context of a mouse, like if they were talking about cheese or something else that you would associate with a mouse, and it could be something as simple as they're from a region that has some fairy tale about a mouse hiding behind a rock in a blizzard to keep from getting blown away. And so it makes perfect context, like we would think about Little Miss Muffet sitting on a tuffet. They have something similar. And you're never sure when you're dealing in games. It's not a negative per se. It's just one of those that feels slightly out of context. You should build yourself a decent shovel and see what you can uncover. Aha, I called it. We do indeed get a shovel. Let me write down some instructions for you. Can you just, like, give me all the instructions? All right. So it wants us to now go visit a workshop. We're going to figure out how to build this shovel. I do like that without me having to do anything special, it allows me to work out of my work chest. Here we go, and we have everything we need automatically. Does my channel save the VODs? Absolutely. All VODs are saved and published on both YouTube and on Twitch. I'm curious why you asked that, Mango. Okay, so now we have a shovel. Now, as an example, again, I do a lot of game testing. One of my gripes would be I now need to go back to talk to her to show her that I have a shovel, I think. Okay, so I would bet... Hey... What do you know? I've played video games before. What's that? So in a video game design standpoint, if the very next thing that I'm supposed... Okay, it thinks I'm trying to knock down the tree? Which is not at all what I'm trying to do. Okay, so those don't count? Interesting. Yeah, it's the lack of reason. Why send me all the way back home from a design standpoint if you're just going to have me run all the way back? But again, don't think that means, oh my goodness, I hate the game, or oh my goodness, this game's terrible. It literally is just one of those small micro things from a design standpoint. But Rosina, if you are still here, one of the primary ways you could reach me is actually over Discord, and my Discord link is in my stream profile. But I can tell you, if you look at the... Oh, my inventory is full. If you look at the art style and you aren't scared by that, I can guarantee you my wife, who on the stream we call Freena, has an art project that she would pay small fortunes to see come to fruition. But it's one of those... It would be one of those almost a mural type thing, and would be extremely complicated and complex. But I could also sit here and tell you exactly what it would be like. Oakwood. Acorns. Pebble. The fir we've gotten before. Elderberries. And your mother smells of elderberries. Anybody know where that's from? You get bonus points if you actually know where that's from. I expect you to be uncultured enough to know where that's from, or mango. Thank you. You can stay in my channel. That's fine. Oh wow, it already filled back up that hole? The respawn rates in this game are slightly confusing. Because I feel like I've gone out places for 2 or 3 days. Ooh, we found a note. Another note. Another bed? Oh yes, because I would kick you out over something like that. Come on, man. Then I'd be sitting here playing this all by myself. All right, we're just kind of looking around for more little blips. I do not like, again, minor gripes. They use the same art for those holes as they did here. I am not an artist, though. Don't even get me to pretend. If I try to draw stick figures, they look drunk. If you can even tell that they were supposed to be stick figures in the first place. It's bad. Alright, what is this that we've found over here? Okay. Okay, thank you. This is definitely made to play on a controller. Like, everything about the way this functions. Okay, so it's just a different style of bed, I think. Dude, I don't even have a watering can. I didn't even think to go look at them. Oh! It says I have to water them, though. Continuity gripe. Maybe that's what I'll call them. Continuity gripes. I'm down here with a watering can, and I have no such watering can. I'm glad you said something, because I just sat here and never groaned, because... Yeah. But where? I still don't technically, theoretically have one. And I don't mind. I don't necessarily, you know, like, want to go build a watering can or have to go fetch one or have to go ask Auntie for it. So I'm not, like, mad about it or anything. But it's just, how was I even... The watering can would have told me to go water the plants. Where without that, there was no indication that that was a necessary thing. You know what I mean? One is a symbol of the other. So it looks like your different crafting studios, so I'll bet I'll get a bunch of different types of stoves and beds and places to do this. So I think each one is just kind of its own thing. I really like this as a little cozy... instead of a hammock. Okay, I already emptied my inventory. We definitely need a bigger bag. See, I don't want to eat because every time we go over there, our auntie tries to feed us. Also, we watered these and then we slept. Do we need to water them again? Looky there. But also, and when I talk about the continuity gripes, understand that it comes from somebody who tests a lot of games. And so I am always trying to think of ways to help the game feel better. Not, oh, your game is terrible, just, hey, this would help it feel just a little bit better. Yeah, I'll pass. Thank you. See, this is a true country grandma. She feeds me every time I come over with some kind of pie or something. Good morning, child. Oh, yeah. Owl? I don't think that's gonna... Oh. But before I knew it, Auntie Betulina threw herself between me and that owl. Oh, that's horrifying. By the time I awoke alone in the snow... Okay, so again, small continuity gripe. Awoke alone in the snow, yet here we show him reaching for her directly. I feel like continuity in the storytelling, you could have chosen slightly different words, and it would have been just fine. Oh, and her house is trashed. Yikes. Oh, that's a fishing rod. Give me. Okay. Can I know, I'm supposed to be chasing the owl. I am a terrible nephew. I'm assuming we're going the correct direction. But, like, I don't see any kind of owl pellets, or there's no shadow for me to chase. So it feels a little weird. Oh, is that a bigger backpack? Please. Basic kindling. When lighting a fire with wood alone, patience is of the essence. Oh, is this going to allow me to light a fire outside so I don't starve to death? Hunt just gets taken away and whoa, a fishing rod. Hey, look. We're playing a crafting game. I have my priorities. Okay. Okay, so this is like a slightly higher level. Add kindling. Okay. All right, I can now make kindling. Awesome. I definitely need a bigger bag for that. See, and what did I said? She's fed me every time I've gone over there. And then sure enough, she's like, oh, by the way, I made you some tea. And then the owl snatched her. And we didn't ever get our tea. I know that's the wrong attitude. My aunt has been stolen by an owl, but... Can I... Nah, I've got to go through the other way. Let's see, from here, I don't know which way to go. But I don't feel like there's any indicator either. Another little backpack here. Granite, flint, pine nut biscuit. I mean, okay, inventory is full. Can I drop things? Okay, there we go. Drop. Does that actually... Okay, that did put it on the ground. Because I want to pick this up. I want to eat it. It grabbed the granite. Oh my lord. It just decided what order I was taking that in, didn't it? Okay, there we go. Bouncy! How's it going? It's very cute so far. There's a couple of little, like, minor gripes about continuity and things like that, but minor gripes. Like, how am I meant to get in there? I know. I'm supposed to be chasing my aunt, who was snatched by an owl. But shiny loot. And I'm betting we have to fight said bug. Yeah. Thankfully, combat has not been too bad, though I can imagine having to fight that owl is gonna not be fun. We want the food. Okay, I don't like that tab brings up that screen. What can we drop here? There we go. Inventory extension. 1 extra inventory slot. 1 slot. Oh my goodness. Did that automatically happen? Okay. So when I found that, it just did it. Okay. Okay. So we're just gonna eat that, and we're gonna eat this wood beetle meat too, just because we're already in bad shape. Grab those. So are you thinking of Don't Starve? Because that's the first game that came to mind for me. Pine shoots. It's going to be an interesting crafting material to use. All right, and we need to go get warm real quick before we keep running. Yes! See? The art style very much reminds me... Oh. Okay, let's keep pushing forward, and let's see if we can find... I was trying not to grab those. Okay, that's just a dead end, right? Yep, I think we're gonna have to use that other kindling. You're gonna go play some Arc Raiders. Have fun, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Cook, serve, delicious. Not don't starve, delicious. Oh! Hi. Mordecai? No. Ufo. Hey, watch where you're putting them paws. Trampling all over an old toad's home like you own the place. Don't be damaging the stonework. I'm not gonna hurt your how is a mouse gonna hurt your stonework? Sorry, I didn't realize this was your home. Well, it was. Will be again if I got anything to do with it. Find a stone dwelling this side of the forest. It was. Till that tree took it out. Dang. Almost got taken out by a tree. Almost took me with it, too. I'd be flat and splat. If I'd not been a bit peckish. Not that anyone would care, like, oh no, just leave old Bufo under the rubble. Let him desiccate, yeah? Wow. But there you go. That's all the thanks I get. That's the way of the world these days. No one cares unless they want something from you. Nah, there's no help on the way for me. And it'll take me an age by myself with my bad back. So teach me how to use the stones, and then we'll both be happy. You look like a good strong mouse. How are you with a pickaxe, kid? Well, I've never held one, so... Make yourself useful. Bring us some pebbles and twigs, and we'll find out. Alright. What am I gonna drop to do that? The good news is our heat went up. Oh. So, I don't know that there's twigs around here. So, I have to go back out there. What in the world? Okay, yep, inventory is full. We've heard that a couple of times. Alright, let's go ahead and just eat these acorns. I don't want to do that, but at the same time, I'd like a second twig out of that. Okay, we got everything we needed here. See, I thought we were going to get slight stealth elements with those, with the grass to hide in. We haven't come across that yet. Finished? Yes, we are finished, Bufo. Took you long enough. I was gone like 30 seconds, dude. At least you're here, I suppose. More than I can say for... Well, we've got time to get into all of that. Let's make you that pickaxe. Okay, please, yes. It's no surprise that this tool has its origin in the rocky Northwest. Breaking stone has been their primary trade for untold seasons. Sooner you can bring me fresh stones, sooner we can get this show on the road. Now off you go. Keep an eye out for any granite deposits, will you? Okay, so he wants me to get granite. It's a no. I didn't figure it would be that easy. I'm not sure what a granite deposit is going to look like. I've been finding it just by digging. We found all the granite we needed without having mined a single thing? I'm not sure that's positive. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be swinging this pickaxe at. Is Burnick... Okay, so like that rock looks very suspicious. Oh. Am I just dumb? Here's your granite, buddy. These'll do nicely. Might finally get some work done. Oh, thank goodness. A better backpack. That has been a pain. It'd go faster if that daft young Tadler? I guess tadpole, toddler, Tadler. Okay, Tadler had stopped being so soft and come home to help. Me tadpole, pollywog. Used to live here used to live here too till not long back. I was looking at building them a place of their own right next to mine. Been carving homes from stone me whole life. You couldn't ask for a better toad to build a young tadpole's first home. Wasn't good enough for our pollywog though, oh no. Talking about wooden huts and cutting branches. I told them wood instead of stone, that's not the proper way of doing things. Not the way I do things. They told me maybe they didn't want me doing things. I couldn't believe it. My pollywog never speak to me like that. Ungrateful little pinkwink. Pinkwink. And then they were off, gone. No explanation, no nothing. Who knows where they are now? Well, they know where I am. No good sitting around here ribbiting when there's work to do. Grandma is a yappin'. Yes, Grandma is a yappin'. Look at that pickaxe. Good. You can find us some sandstone and flint next. Rarer rocks, but good quality too. Okay, well, I'm gonna go home first, little frog. Because I'm building a backpack. And I love how we're having these very casual conversations about this while our grandmother, well, our aunt has been stolen by an owl. Of course, I can't say anything. I wasn't any better. I was not helping the situation. Getting distracted by the shinies. So shiny. Wait, wrong. All right, home we go. Let her? Yeah, no, the game was just like, yoink. There was no letting. All right. What's kindling take? Blanks. Okay, cool. That should be relatively simple. Shovel, we're good. I'm assuming we'll have to... Aha. There we go. All right, we need flax yarn and flax rope. Wait, your house is so cute. Thanks. So one of the things we were talking about earlier that they did was I've already got 3 different types of beds that I can build. But it doesn't really tell you if they're just for decoration or if they have some other kind of functional purpose. So that's been interesting. All right, we needed flax rope. 2 of them, I believe. Of course, Burnick was an idiot and didn't track it, because why would I do something that makes sense? All right, there we go. And then we also need yarn, but we're going to have to go to sleep for the night. It's definitely different. So another good example is the big armchair I was just sitting in is a crafting bench for knitting, and so is this couch. They're the same. They're both just the same crafting bench, but the game doesn't tell you that, so it's definitely kind of different. All right, so we need flax yarn, which I should probably be able to build, but I'll be cutting it really close. Oh, we got literally exactly there. Oh, why did I don't know why I got up and went to the crafting table instead of just, you know. Oh, I hate that. If I move my cursor off of the little crafting button, it goes away. I don't have to hold it. I just have to not move my cursor. Hiker's backpack. Hopefully we get at least an extra row. Yeah. All right, and we do need to get some food going here. Pebbles. Flint. And that is the only real food we have at the moment. There we go. All right, so he wanted pebbles and flint, and we happen to have plenty of that. I would like to find a thing to mine, though, so that I can have done that once. See, I don't even know what I'm looking... Is it this? Okay, okay. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. All right. I think I saw some up here. Yeah, blocking something. Hey, another chest. Oh, what? That there was something up there blocking? Yeah. You know that's how my brain works, though. I actually got lost earlier, which is exceedingly unusual for me, as you know. But still. Okay, I'm assuming that's just the same thing as what we have now. Yeah, it would literally just be to keep things separated for your own... But see, we have this little hammock twig bed. And then we started with this little simple bed. But they're all kind of the same thing. Which is a little weird, but it's not crazy. Alright. Rena just came and sold something off the table, and I don't even get to see what it is. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Rena came and stole my wallet. Like, she doesn't have one of her own. Alright. Let's see. That's really not good. That's what I thought. Nice. And these are mushrooms too? Yeah. And I wonder if that gives us everything we need to be able to fix the basement. Yeah, no, when she comes and gets my wallet, that means she wants plausible deniability. See, we have this up here, but I'm not... Okay, I need a granite pickaxe. I know you're getting cold. We're almost to the frog. And thankfully, for whatever reason, we're not cold when we're talking to the frog. What is it, kid? Poor mouse is going to freeze. Yeah. Well, and we learned very early on that if you're crafting in your house, time stops. So if you're cold and the mouse is making those shivering sounds, it continues to make them the entire time you're crafting if you don't wait for yourself to warm up first. Oh, that's the rest of them stones you got for me. Oh. See, we were talking about the cute furniture. I'm trying to tell what that is. I think it's just supposed to be a table. Appreciate everything you've done for us. Really. Right then, let's fix that thing. Phew. Admiring me fine craftsmanship, are you? I don't blame you. I couldn't have done it without you, kid. Might even be stronger than before the accident. No more wind through these walls. Not a minute too soon either. It's freezing. You're a toad. Falling out or no, I never wanted me own flesh and blood alone in the snow. A wooden house is better than no house at all, after all. So, what are you going to do with all your free time now that this is finished? I have to keep looking for my Aunt Betulina. She was snatched up by an owl just before we met. I haven't seen her since. All this time you've been helping me lug rocks and you've been worried about finding her? Hang on just a second. I'll have to look at it. Sounds like you started a brand. Okay. Why didn't you say nothing? Well, because you really didn't give us a chance to talk there, Bufo. I know the owl you're talking about. Passes over here sometimes. In fact, I saw him not long back. Yeah, probably while our aunt was screaming from their clutches. Heading up north, I reckon, towards Shadow Pine. Not many awake up there besides the squirrels? Not the friendliest bunch, but they do live up in the trees. They know those branches better than anyone. They'd be the best bet if you were looking for an owl nest. Lucky for you, I just cleared the path to the Shadow Pine. Full of rocks it was, and I needed them for a project. You mean for your house? You can head up that way now if you like. Fastest way there, too. That's so helpful, Bufo. Thank you. No need to thank me. I just needed the stone. I'm just seeing if they have any other dialogue. Nope. Okay. That's not it. Okay. Can I go in your house? No! Right. So this is going to be another zone. Find Gnawtusk. Oh. Oh, it's almost nighttime. We probably don't need to be trying to do this right now. All right, we definitely are headed back. I'm not playing the creepy at night. So I wish there was a better indicator of, if I say expected time frames, that sounds a little weird, okay? But hear me out. Do the devs expect me to just keep going? There's no warnings against that. There's no reason for me not to go back home, so I'm just like, there's no real indicator. Yeah. It's like, am I messing up what they intended by going up here and doing this? Or is this expected to be more free roam? And hey, if you want to go that way. But they use the urgency of my aunt getting kidnapped. So like, oh, I need a granite pickaxe. Can I go this way? No. What do we have here? These different... Oh, okay. Oh, I am freezing to death. Oh, that bug is aggro. We gotta skedaddle. But like, I feel like there needs to be some kind of set expectation there. And again, it's a very minor gripe, okay? Like, very. Run home, little mouse. Okay. So see, if I come up here to this crafting table while we're still cold, they stay cold this whole time. You have to let them warm up first. Okay, what did we need again? We were so far from... Oh. We were so far from being able to repair this. All right, we need more stone. We need more granite. Is that what that is? And then we need 2... They look like s'mores. I know they're not supposed to be s'mores. All right, was there anything else here? Oh, yeah, these. A chair, a stool, a table, a round table. You're hungry? Oh, yeah. Thank you for saying something. I'd have probably missed that. Let's... Beech nut biscuits. That's actually what we needed for the stairs. Hey, that's a forest jam. We can make that. And those are all combined components. Okay. $25. Yeah, we definitely... Alright, because these offer buffs, I'm going to go ahead and sleep first. And then we can eat. We'll go to bed hungry. Oh, okay. Huzzah indeed. Okay, so we've got the beech nut thing on lock. We really need more stone. It talked about all the stone being up north, so I'm assuming that it's just kind of like, hey, go that way, dummy. I can take a hint. But no, I feel like this is a very nice little cozy, relaxing, chill game. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I have a couple of small gripes, but this is really cute to watch, but I have to go to a recital. I know. Much appreciated, Bouncy. I'm just so glad that you took the time to come see me. Go away, bug. I didn't want to have to hurt you. Oh, I am doing my absolute best, Bouncy. I am doing my absolute best. So we definitely need some more frost-resistant gear. We shouldn't be getting so cold so fast. See, I don't even know what's... What's usable material up here? What is that? Pine seed. Okay. Oh, because it's a giant pine cone. I see it now. It took me a minute. Not gonna lie. It took me a minute. I can't get to it. No. Okay. There's grass to hide in. Oh, that looks like an ant. That's not the ant I'm looking for. I'm sorry. That joke was horrible. I know it was. Shame on me. Yeah, no, let's not go there until we have a light. Someone left their scarf up that tree. It's a shame. That's a nice scarf. Well, I mean... Abandoned backfire. Campfire kit. Basic kindling. Nice. So we're going to wait a little while on the kit. Oh, our inventory is already full. blueberries, pine seeds, fir tuft. All right, we're gonna drop the garlic parachute mushroom. Be able to take that and eat that, and then we'll take the mushroom again. Okay, is this just an incredibly small area and I'm dumb? Yeah, no, it's incredibly small. What is that? You know what? We're just gonna eat this. Okay, it's a food item. Okay. That's it? This whole area is just that very small piece? See, that just doesn't make sense to me. Is there more down here? Is this supposed to be a maze for me to figure out? Oh! Squirrel! Gnaw tusk. Brew herbs in a kettle, brew leaves in a pot. I have a feeling this is going to be a poem. Simmer it and steep it and pour it out. Pour it out. Huddle, help me. How'd it go again? Oh, hi, stranger. Don't see much mice around here. Matter of fact, don't see much of anyone. You look lost and cold and hungry. Or is that me? Well, I mean, we're not hungry at the moment, but... hello. Do you know where the owl lives? Wow, just straight to it, huh? Well, pull my tail, stranger. I would help you, but I can hardly help myself. See, I worked hard to be ready for snowy season, saved a lot of supplies. I did a swell job of stashing them all over Shadow Pines. Maybe a little too swell. With all this snow and slush, I can't tell my stash spots from a hole in the ground. Not to mention the feathers and talons and big beaten wings. Wait an acorn stow second. Perhaps I do remember something. A screeching terror right around where one of my stashes went. Say, stranger, how handy are you with a shovel? I mean, pretty handy. Well, twist my tail. You're a real deal. A true blue. Well, you're an awful big help. Here, you'll need this. Okay, a slightly better shovel. Best I recall, there should be 2 stashes buried around these parts. Good news is I remember making each stash to make them really easy to find come winter. One was around a house, I think, but a small one. All slow and twirly? That doesn't make any sense there, Chief. The other was next to a tree. There's a lot of trees. That don't help? No. We're in the forest, Gnawtusk. That tree don't help. A pine tree. Oh, yeah. I don't know that that's any better. That don't help either? No, it doesn't. I think it was about the time I lost my scarf. Okay, that does help, Gnawtusk. We did actually see your scarf. No, I'm wearing that right now. But where's the other scarf? Oh, my head is spinning now. Bad news, that's about all I remember. Still, you dig those stashes up and bring them back, and I'll do most to pay it forward. Happy hunting. Stop in if you need to sit and toast your tail a spell. Wow, okay. All right, so we did already come through here. Okay, the scarf was up here. I do remember that much. All right. Okay. So this goes back to minor gripe. Now, I have to travel all the way back home to make the shovel. Now, I did complain earlier that it didn't give me an indicator of, you know, should I go home? Should I do this? Yada, yada. And this is a clear indicator of that. So I shouldn't be too grumpy on that behalf. But I feel like there should be a better way. And maybe it wants me to stop and take the time to do other things. Maybe that's the entire point. But where that bothers me, like, personally, is the entire thing was supposed to be, I'm supposed to be chasing an owl to save my aunt. Which is a very time-sensitive issue, considering the food chain. That doesn't feel conducive to going home and sleeping? Or making a shovel to satisfy a squirrel? I don't know. Is that just me? Feels a little... Off-putting is strong, but it just feels like the actual sensitivity of the matter at hand doesn't match the expected lack of urgency. And again, that feels like I'm complaining, and I promise I'm not here. Pine wood. Okay, so we need to empty our bags of everything, and we need to go hunt down some pine wood. What is this blue tea? Nice. Auntie once tried to convince you that all tea could turn this color if you only blew on it hard enough. Okay, calm down. Alright. Now, I do want to experiment with something. Can I just... Yes. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any limit as to when you can go to sleep, because it was still theoretically daytime. And we did anyway. Oh, no, I wanted to eat that, but I guess I can't do that from in here. There we go. Alright, and we need more stone, and we need more other stuff. We're starting to get into the meat and potatoes. The game feels a little bit linear for what I was expecting. I was expecting either a more open world feel or a more closed world feel. And this seems to be an interesting mix between the two. All right, let's go this way. That's not pine, that's normal. Oh. Correct, that's beechwood. Okay. So I should be trying to go that way. However, I should not yet be trying to go that way. That makes me feel a little bit better. I knew that was all here. But again, the slightly different senses of urgency between what the game implies and what the game tells you narratively is a little... It's making it hard to judge. And we're also constantly having to go find shelter. Which is okay. But it does change your priorities. Okay. So, I think where we are right now is a good stopping point for our first foray into this game. It is a little early for me to be stopping stream. That'll give me time to get a couple of things cleaned up. So far, now I want to give a thoughts on this. We've been playing for 3 or 4 hours now. So far, I like the bones of what this is. There's a couple of push and pull things that don't quite make sense. So, for instance, they seem to want you to take your time in gathering new materials and exploring new areas, but they gave you a time-sensitive reason to explore, trying to find your aunt before she becomes dinner, and they also gave you a time-restrictive stay out of the snow, while also giving you the very relaxed, cozy vibes. So that kind of push and pull is definitely kind of interesting and different. And I'm excited to see, every time I've thought, wow, that's a weird mechanic, there's suddenly been a reason for the mechanic. So I am kind of excited to see where we end up with that and how that goes. So, thank you guys very much for coming and hanging out with me. If there's any interest at all, I will happily play this again. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of y'all's day, and I will see y'all later.